guys, how are we doing? So second week back after Christmas. I don't know about you, but it's starting to get busy for me. My clients' phone lines are ringing off the hook as well, so it's a good sign. All getting back to normal. Done a lot of marketing and networking as well this week, so I've just got back from my second breakfast of the week, and it was really good actually. Picked up a couple of clients there and spoke to a few people. People starting to do some referrals and stuff for me, so that's really good. And so I had a little bit of a bad week, tough week, beginning of the week. Lots going on in my mind. Had a little bit of a meltdown. You know, am I doing the right thing? Launching a business is really hard. Christmas is always hard. It's always really quiet. When you start putting in loads and loads of work and you don't see much back, like I've said before, it's difficult. But feeling really positive now, much more positive than I was. The clients are starting to come in, people are starting to buy into it. What I found, I think, is the problem is that people don't actually understand what a VA, virtual assistant, is, and how it can benefit their business and how it can be really cost effective to them. So what I'm trying to do now is spread the word a little bit more, through my blogs, through networking, through people I know. It's just actually trying to let people know what a VA is, and what we do and how it can help, and that seems to be working, which is really good. As I said, I've just come back, handed out a few business cards this morning. A lot of people really getting the vibe and understanding it. Come away with a definite client, which is great, and a couple more potentials, which is fab. And it kind of leads on to the topic today, which is marketing and how effective your marketing is, and social media. So I do a lot of marketing via my social media channels. It's obviously cheap, and it's free, but it takes up a lot of time, and I assume that a lot of people, business owners or guys doing the social media who are in charge of your companies for doing that side of it, spend a lot of time on social media, different platforms, trying to get it right. Thankfully, there are things out there which make it slightly easier. So what I'm going to run through today with you is a package that I use, which is Hootsuite. Basically it means that I can schedule a post, and I can pre-schedule it, so I can do a whole month's worth, and I can schedule it to every single one of my Facebook, every single one of my social media platforms, and I don't have to worry about it. It's all done, I know it works, and it will post on the day and the time it's supposed to. Whereas at the moment, I know that a lot of people that I talk to, they pre-schedule their Facebooks, because you can obviously, but pre-scheduling for Twitter and Instagram, as far as I'm aware, isn't available at the moment. So Hootsuite is one platform. You can have all of your free social media pages there, and you can use it to post those out. So I'm just going to run through that with you. So a couple of statistics first, just so that you can understand why this is going to be beneficial to you. There was a recent survey done over directors and CEOs of companies, and 63% of those said that they spend between an hour and 5 hours a day on social media. And that's a huge chunk of your day taken out. The other percentage isn't people spending less time, that's people spending even more time on there. There's a couple of figures that are a fair percentage really, spending over 21 hours a week on their social media. I mean, that's almost a whole day taken up by social media. So a few cheats will help you along the way and make that a little bit easier for you. So the first thing I would say is to draw up a plan, a strategy of what you're going to do. I always do a month's worth. About the content, you know, a bit of a mixture of sales, because not everyone wants to see sales all the time. Bit of sales, bit of industry related stuff, a little bit of what I'm up to, a little bit of a day in the life of a VA. This is my client, you know, this is what I'm doing for them, this is who they are, try and push that. A few motivational quotes, you know, mix it up a little bit, because it's all about getting your brand out there and the brand awareness. You're probably not gonna sell something through your post necessarily if if you're pushing a sales post, but it's that getting your name out there, getting people recognizing the brand. So mixing it up, appeal to your market, learn what your market want to see what does best when you post it and what doesn't. People for me seem to like it when I'm quite honest and open with them, tell them a bit about me, what I'm up to, what I did, the PA stuff, and and they seem to like that more than some of the other bits that I put up. So work out that first. Then what I would suggest, if you've got no clue, is head over to Pinterest. Pinterest is fantastic. Type in social media plans, social media strategies, and it will come up with a month schedule for you. There's several on there that you can choose, mix and match them and arrange your own. It's a great tool if you're not really sure which direction to go in. They say that you should be posting up to 5 times a day on social media, which is an awful lot to do, and whether it's right or wrong, whether it works for you, I don't know. I try to avoid posting 5 times a day just because the feedback I get is that, you know, it's just bombarding somebody's newsfeed. It's not relevant to them. A lot of my Facebook followers, for example, my friends, so they don't want to see me posting 5 times a day. So I average it out. I try to do 2 to 3. Most of the time I'm reaching 2, so I'll do 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. And I find that that's enough to keep my name out there, but not pester people, because that's the last thing you want to do. Okay, so I'm going to shove this around so that you're going to be facing the screen rather than my beautiful face for once, and just kind of give you a bit of the lowdown on the Hootsuite package. Okay. So bear with me whilst I'm doing this. I'm trying to multitask and I'm going to be going through different screens. There might be a little bit of stopping and starting. So please bear with me as I do that. I'll try to keep it as smooth as I can. But multitasking clearly isn't a task that I've learnt to do. So there are several platforms that you can use for your social media management side of things, but the one that I use is Hootsuite.com, as you can see up there. Very, very simple to use, very straightforward. So when you first come to the site, you're going to come onto this page here, and you're going to say, she said it was free, but it says a free 30-day trial. It is free. If you scroll down to the bottom and click on free down the bottom there, and once it loads, you'll then come to this page here, which you're just going to click on your get started for free. Okay, so you're going to fill in this page here with your name, your business name, and a password, and then you're going to go down and click on create my free account. Okay, so I'm just signing Bob up for creating his Hootsuite account, just so that you can see. So once you've signed that, done those bits, you've entered your name, you've entered your business email and a password, and you've clicked on create account, you're going to then be brought to this page. This is where you can add your social media accounts that you want to manage. So on the free version, you can connect up to 3 social profiles. So for most of you, I would imagine it's going to be Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. All you do on those is you literally click on these logos here, and it takes you to the page where you can sign in, and then you authorize the app to have access, and then once that's done, it will bring you back to this page, and again you can then click on these little apps over here, these little logos over here, and it will take you again to the pages where you sign in and you authorize it to connect to Hootsuite. Okay, and once you have added those and you've all signed in, you're going to arrive on this page, and first of all you might think, oh my goodness, where's everything that I've done? I don't understand. So what you're going to do is you're going to go over to your management page, to your publisher, up here on the left, and you're going to click on that. And then, so these are all the ones that I've already scheduled in for the Contemporary PA. So you can see there that I've got 7. I can schedule up to 30, so that's 1 a day, or if I want to do half a month, I can obviously do 2 a day. And you can see that it says 2 messages. This is just to say that they are scheduled on the channels and what channels they are on. So if I click into this one, for example, you can see here that it was created by me, when it's scheduled for and the time, and I can edit the group if I want to, or I can delete the group. So once those are done there, you can also go in and edit. But we'll start right at the beginning by making a fresh one. So what you're going to do is you're going to come over here, and literally at the top you've got a compose message. Down on the left hand side, these are all of your platforms. So the top one is Twitter, it's got your little bird. The next one's a flag, and that's Facebook. And then you've got your little Instagram one. So if you want to select to post on those, you literally highlight them. and you see that they've gone down the bottom here. They've gone down there, so I know that it's going to go to those. So what I'm going to type in is I'm going to do a post about reminding people to check out this vlog tomorrow. Okay, so just to show you guys how it works, I've literally just put on there, so remember to check out the Contemporary PA's vlog every Friday at 5 PM. Tomorrow's is how to manage your social media in one place. So, you know, some of you might have seen that, and that might be why you're watching this vlog. And then what you're going to do is, so you can add things like your links, or if you've got pictures, then you can attach pictures on there. So just for the sake of it, I'm going to upload a picture of the YouTube. Okay, so now you can see there that my 3 social platforms are selected. They're highlighted in blue. I've written what I want to write, and I've also added in my little attachment down there. As you can see, it's picked all my social pages that I want to do. They're all highlighted in blue, so I've picked those. I've added my blurb that I want to go out, and I've also added an image, so my attachment, but if you'd rather, you can add a link. What you're going to do then is you're going to click on this little calendar page, which is scheduling, and it will show up this bottom page here. You're going to pick your day, so I'm going to do today, and I'm going to do, so it's 11:52 now, I'm going to do 12:05, just so you can see how it works. You can, if you want to see whether it's been sent or not, you can ask for it to email you. I don't, because otherwise I'm going to be bombarded with these. And then it's as simple as hitting schedule, and then that should go into your list. And that is how you schedule a post to all 3 of your networks, your social pages. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up my social pages, and then we will see whether it's posted. Okay, so for Instagram, you're going to get a notification come through because you have to manually pop them on still, although obviously you can pre-schedule them and it just comes through as a notification like this. You need the Hootsuite app, which again is free, and you also need the Instagram app, which you need to be logged into. And then all you're going to do is just click on it, and it's going to open it up, tell you what the post is, and then you're going to open in Instagram. It's going to ask you if you're logged in, which yes I am. And then it's going to ask you to open it, which you're going to do. Might take a while. And then you can obviously choose whether you want it to go on your feed or on your story. In this instance, I want it to go on my feed. You can crop your photo if you want to, just to make sure it fits properly. So then you're just going to have to tidy it up a little bit like you would when you normally post, but most of it's going to be there and the text should be there. Okay, and once you've obviously added your caption in it, then you're just going to load it up, and then that's added to your Instagram page. And if we go back to the main screen, to my laptop here, and we go down to my social pages, you can see here that it's automatically tweeted it for me. So I haven't had to do anything for that. I can just rely that that has gone on there with everything I wanted to do. The only thing that you might want to do is, obviously I didn't put in any hashtags, but you might want to edit it a little bit for your hashtags or whatever, which I might go back in later and do, just so that people can actually see it. And so here we go, we're now on the Contemporary PA's Facebook, and you can see that it's also being published to there. And you can see that it's not me who's done it, and it is Hootsuite, because you can see that it reads there, published by Hootsuite 9 minutes ago. It's all done through that one platform. So as you can see, it's going to save you time to schedule those in, and it's really, really, really reliable and easy to do. So all you need to do is invest a couple of hours at the start of the month or whenever, and invest the time to get those scheduled in. Okay, and the other thing that you can do is you've got your analytics side of it over here on the left hand side, and it gives you overviews of Facebook and Twitter. It doesn't do it for Instagram, but it does do for Facebook and Twitter, and you can run reports. If you're on the free version, you get 1 report a month, so use it wisely. But you can obviously see here that you've got your snapshots, you've got your daily likes and your daily post feedback, which is really good to be able to see it all in one place and actually analyse it properly. Obviously Facebook and Twitter do have their own analytics bits themselves, but obviously here it's all in one page, so you can do that as well. There's other bits and pieces that you can use Hootsuite for as well. So you've got an app directory here. So depending on what you want to do, you can use, again, you've got paid ones or you've got free ones down here. You can add on any apps that you might think useful for you. So I've used Transspotter on mine because I can find the trending topic, which I will show you how to do as well. If I go back to my page. So it opens up in a separate tab at the top, so it's all kept separate. But basically, this shows you what is trending in social media. So if you're a bit low on content, you can come here and it will throw you some ideas. So all you're going to do is you're going to search, and you could search for any of these bits here. So today, let's see what's going on in film and TV, shall we? It's got nothing to do with what I do as a business, but we'll see what's going on. And again, you've then got a few options as to how you want to see it. So you can see what trending content, your trending hashtags, and your trending influences. So let's go for hashtags because obviously it's a bit of a bane of my life trying to find out hashtags at work. But then you have down here, you can see which hashtags are trending and which ones are popular. So you can try and use those in your campaigns if you can. Obviously Tuesday motivation, Thursday throwback, Wisdom Wednesday, they're ones that you can always use. So if you're not doing month by month, you can do day by day even, or a week by week, and you can just see what's going on and try and make it relevant to these. So this is great. These are great for your one-offs, sort of off the cuff sort of social media posts, which is really useful. So I always keep that there because it's great to see what's going on. And as I say, they do have industry related ones like technology. That's a massive one for me, because what I base myself on is how good technology is out there. So it's always good for me to keep an eye on that and jump onto those. Okay, so I hope that's given you a little bit of insight to Hootsuite and how you can use it to try and cut down the length of time that you're spending on social media. You can also get your feedback on that same platform, so you can see all three, you can link them. There's lots more that you can do, which I can go into another time, but today I just kind of wanted to show you the basics just so that you can get your head around a few bits. The best news is as well is that, so for Facebook you can obviously add team members. So if there's several of you who work together in the office, you can add everyone and they all can all become admins, so that they can all look at the page, share to the page, manage the page. At the moment you can't do that with Twitter and Instagram, so you're sharing passwords and you're sharing emails and usernames, which can get a little bit confusing. Because let's face it, we have passwords for everything. And the last thing you want to do is keep a password page, or password diary, sorry. So it's really good to use this because it's one password, one login, so you can pass that on to your whole team and they only have to remember that one, and everyone can do it. Which also means that if you really still don't like the idea of social media, you can outsource to the likes of me, you know, the guys who use this on a daily basis, who know it. We can schedule for you, and all you need to do is give us the email and a password, so we don't even have then access to the rest of your social pages, which, you know, might work for some of you a little bit more if there's other stuff that you've got on your social media pages. Facebook, for example, often has to be done through a personal account, so unless you're adding someone as an admin, you know, you might be a bit funny with things like that. So it's great in terms of being able to share the account. So yeah, there's lots and lots of positives to it. It does save some time. Again, it takes the effort and the background work to program, to schedule, to know what you're getting out there. But once you've got your month schedule sort of sorted, you can use that every month as your standard. Image wise and content wise, if you aren't very good at taking your own images, your own photos, and you're looking for something particular, I always use Pixabay. The royalties there are none, it's all copyright free, so you can download those and use those on your social media pages as well. And once you've been on and you've played around with Hootsuite a little bit, it all starts to make sense a bit more and become a little bit clearer. The more I used it in my last job as well, and the more I use it, obviously the more familiar I'm getting with it, the more I find that there's other little things in there that I didn't know existed. The more they develop it, the more aspects and apps that become available. So it's definitely a key player and saves me lots and lots of time. So I'm a big fan of Hootsuite. Like I say, there are other packages out there as well that you can use, but I just thought I'd give you a little bit of a lowdown on that. So I hope that you found it helpful, and I'll see you all next week.